Well, hi guys, and welcome to RCC Adventures on a surprisingly non-rainy day. That's all we've had recently. So yeah, I haven't seen you for a while, you haven't seen me for a while. I've been busy doing work, and because I work nights I've been sleeping a lot, and obviously rain hasn't helped, and yeah. Anyway, we are going to be working on a Micra today. Not the red one, the red one is elsewhere. We are working on Micky. If you remember Micky, he is a 3-door, and I'll show you him in a minute. And the issue we've got today, which I'll be showing you in parts, I won't be showing you in a complete and utter video where I'll just completely take you all the way through. I'm going to be showing you in stages of what we're doing, basically like an update kind of thing. One, because I haven't got my mount. Two, I need to do it pretty quick. And three, involves welding and trying to get in where we need to go, and for you to have a good shot. It ain't gonna work. So I'll show you the before, during, sort of like when I've cut out where I need to be, the bit of metal that I need to put in, and then the after, basically. And that's what I'll show you. So I'm using the good old trusty Clark's welder there. Dad's had that thing for absolute years. Still works. It's supposed to have gas with it, but it's been, I would say it's probably been gasless for, I don't know, 30 odd years, but it's still going good. We've rebuilt many cars with it, so we're going to be using that today. Obviously with the grinder, with the cutting wheel, various other things. But yeah, I'm going to go show you the car, try and show you the where we need to weld, which is common on Micras as well. You'll look at it, if you know Micras, you'll look at it and go, oh yeah, that's normal. I had to do this on my original Micra, which was called Micky as well, so that was Micky 1. I had to completely rebuild the rear end basically on that car. But it's gone on this one as well. There's some other jobs I need to do onto it as well, but they'll be coming up in another video. So there might be a few videos that we can get out of this. So we're going to be doing welding today. The rear brakes need doing, so that'll be another one. A track rod end needs replacing, that'll be another one. That'll be a short little one. We need to work out why the washers are not working as well. They were working beforehand, before the MOT, and then they stopped working during the MOT, Murphy's Law. We did try and play with them as well, and they did work for a while, but then they stopped working again, so we need to work out what's going on with that. Might attach that to the track rod end video, but we'll see how it goes. I am now waffling as per usual, but I haven't been on the screen for a while, so you know, I've got to try and get some words out. But Dad's been filling in for me whilst I've been working and sleeping. So yeah, the last sort of trips videos, he was the one who was in charge of doing those. And yeah, let's go see the car. So let's go see him in all his glory. Now, if you remember, when I had this car, still technically is mine, but when I was using him, he was lowered on lowering springs, and he had a set of 15-inch alloys on him. He's now standard height on a set of 13s, which don't match in colour, but he's still Micky. I'll show you. There you are. So you might have seen him like this already. I'm not 100% sure if you have or not. But he hasn't got the big boy exhaust on him anymore because that blew out and completely gave up. So he's got a standard exhaust box on the back of there, and he's got Mini's suspension on with a set of 13s with pretty much brand new tyres on. Now, because he's on 13s and at standard height, we can see where the rust is. I'll show you this side. The other side is almost as bad. This is pretty much the worst side that we can see so far. We will obviously investigate further, but let's have a look at what we're having to deal with, shall we? So if you're looking there, yeah, so that's a bad area, and because it's close to that suspension link, which still to this day I cannot remember the bloody name of it, but that bit there that goes from the axle to the front, because it's there and it's within 30 centimeters, it's a fail. So it's this side and the other side we've both got to do. what I've got to do. And then the rear brakes, as I said before, they need sorting because they're below the efficiency allowed stopping crap. And a track rod end, I think on the driver's side, needs to be sorted. Those are the major things. And to see why the washers are intermittent. I'll say they're intermittent because it did work and then it didn't, then it did. And it probably still works now, but we'll find out. But now you've seen this side, the other side's basically the same. Car up in the air, get the wheel off, give me plenty of space to play with. Get it up on axle stands as well. I've got to find a brick or a chock to go over the front wheel, and we'll go from there. So you've seen them before, you'll see it after I've cut out the area that I need to cut out, and then you'll see it the after. And that basically will be the video today. It should be quite a short one today. It's nice to be filming again. I haven't done it for a while. Not the right time of year really. Most YouTubers are sort of packing up around this time of year because it's cold and miserable and horrible. But the sun's out, blue skies. Yeah, let's get on. Right, okay, so the car is up on axle stands now. Wheels are off. I've also, because we're welding, I've disconnected the battery and I decided to take off both terminals entirely. Right, so just show you again the what we've got to deal with. It's not very good in there, is it? Show you the other side as well. That's the metal we're going to be using. Don't worry, it looks rusty, but I can clean that up quite nicely. And then looking there, same issue as well. And sorry, I wasn't got my hand in the right place. We'll sort the brakes out at the same time whilst the wheels are off and it's on axle stands, which will probably be over a couple of days now. I'll probably get the welding done today, and then depending on weather, we'll get on with doing the other bits as well. Alright, let's get on, and I'll catch you in a bit once I've cleaned up that area and worked out how much metal I need to use. Right, okay, so I've cut out quite a bit of the old stuff. I've still got a little bit more to go. But it's quite a nice size area that I can actually get a bit of metal into. So I'll show you now. So that's all now decent metal there now. I've just got to clean it up a bit more. But yeah, so far so good. I've now just got to as I said, clean it up and then get a bit of metal that will go in here nicely. We'll try and get rid of all this all the old stuff that that Nissan would have put on to protect it. I can't remember the name of it. Put it in the comments if you remember, if you know even. But it's not too bad. Trying to get a grinder in there is a little bit tricky, as you can probably imagine. But yeah, so good progress so far. Right, okay, so I'm now running out of daylight. I've managed to get kind of one patch in, and then discovered that the rust actually goes further than first thought. Originally, just thought it was one sort of section. No, it goes all the way underneath. So I've got to do that as well, which means it's going to take a lot longer to do. And it's going to go into another day because I'm running out of daylight now. I'm not sure if the camera is a bit dirty. Hang on. Hopefully that's better. But let's show you what I've done so far. Don't judge my welding. So it is kind of pigeon shitty. Still got to plug up those holes there as well. But we'll go all the way around. Under there as well. So it goes further around. Hopefully no more than that. And this is just the one side. We will do the other side yet. these things are set to trust. But yes, so I've got to try and get the car up in the air further, because I can't get underneath to be able to even get the welding gun to it. So it's got to go much higher. So maybe if I decide to put this video out, I might not. See how far we go. Might be a bit much for me, guys. We'll see. Oh, sorry about that. That was a bit doom and gloom, wasn't it? Anyway, we'll get back on with that tomorrow. We just run out of daylight today, and not been able to get the car high enough at the moment. Tomorrow will be a different day. We'll get it sorted. So we'll finish doing this side. Once it's up in the air, I might be able to get the gun in there and be able to work out what other bits of metal I need. Just need to rebuild that section. It's not as bad as Micky one, because I had to do that on that car, plus the rear box sections behind the bumper. Back there. All of them behind that plastic there, there's 2 box sections. Got one sort of behind there, and there's another one on that side. This car is solid there, so that's good. It's just over there. These cars do suffer with rust in these general areas, so it's to be anticipated. I don't know why I didn't expect it to be as bad as it is, but ho hum. I thought I wouldn't finish that section of video on a bit of doom and gloom. But we'll get there, we'll get there. Don't forget we're still going to do this side as well, so if you look under there, this will get the camera in. It's going to be, I would say, probably exactly the same. So it's going to probably go further back. The reason why I didn't see it before is because when I was putting the new bit in, then hammering it into shape, a lot of rust decided to let go and drop. So all what was there is now on the floor. All that down there. So we've got to rebuild that, which means I've got to go under there. Probably might not get the angle grinder in there, but I've got to cut all of that away and then replace it with new. It's doable, it is doable. It's just that I'm running out of daylight today, so we'll carry on with it tomorrow. I'll just leave it on a happier note. Well, morning guys. Yeah, well, it's morning. Not optimistic though. I've been underneath the car and I've had a look, because obviously I saw more rust yesterday. And yeah, well, it's worse than I thought. A lot worse. I haven't even looked at the other side yet, but I know it's a lot worse. So, unfortunately, it's going to be bye-bye Micky. Sad thought, but I'm going to show you what I mean. And shall we say the car's been bodged in the past to get it through an MOT. And that's what I discovered. So someone who previously had found the rust didn't fix it properly. They didn't put new metal in or anything like that, didn't weld. They filled it with filler. It went over the top of the old stuff and went through. So if you just look at the outer sill, look how much surface rust there is along there. All of that, obviously that is still technically okay-ish, but all of this over here was covered in filler. So you see here where the metal has been compromised as well. Probably they might have welded in a plate there because it looks like weld marks, but then they filled over the top. Here was over an inch of filler, so it came over here like this, and it sort of opened this area up as well when I went through. Because there's a hole here, more filler, and then if you look all the way over there where the end of my finger is another hole, and there's more and more all the way to the front. So this needs at least an inner sill this side. The other side over there, we had a quick look, and someone has welded in over a foot's worth of plate in the past, but even that's now compromised. So we're going to bite the bullet. We're going to say goodbye. The car's done me good, it's done my friend good. The plan was that this was going to go to a very good friend of mine who's been on hard times, but This is a high mileage Micra. It's just shy of 100,000 miles. It's not worth anything. Pardon me. It's not really worth anything. And there's plenty of Micras out there with lower mileage for reasonable prices still. So we're going to have to bite it, say goodbye. So I'm going to bag him up, put him back on the ground, and we'll be taking him to the scrapyard on Monday. So it's Saturday today. So on Monday we'll take him to the scrapyard and go from there. If it was just the rust, that wouldn't be a problem, but there's other jobs to do as well. And the rust alone, sorry for the wind, the rust alone is probably a good few weeks worth of work, because obviously I've got work myself. A bit too much for me to do myself. I know that a professional would charge a lot of money to do the work, and pretty much everywhere you look on those seals, tap it slightly with a hammer, it just falls apart. So inner seal, this side definitely is gone, other side is gone as well, I know that for a fact, and the outer seals, they're going to be going. So it's a shame, but it's one of them things, unfortunately. I was hoping to have a day of optimism today. I hope to finish yesterday with a bit of optimism as well, bring you some good content, and yeah, it's bit me. But never mind, we live and learn. As I said, this car has been in my ownership for a good couple of years now. It's done me good. It's gone through an MOT before, no problem. It's just this one, it's got too much. We live on the south coast as well, so rust gets in quite easily. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, on a sad video I'm afraid, but if you enjoyed this video, please give this video a like and a share, and make sure your friends are watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Next one hopefully will be happier. Well, it should be anyway. Cheers. Right, okay, so I've taken the exhaust off. Thought I'd do a little bonus at the end there. The exhaust box will be going on Mini eventually. We're good to spare. Shame we can't take the tyres as well, because they're in decent nick. Batteries reconnected. You know, it's a shame, but at the same time, let's have some loud micro noise. Yeah, the more I look over that car, the more it's completely uneconomical to repair. So it's a shame, but never mind.